Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody, welcome
What's
to
up?
Brand&Athlete. I have a very, very special guest. I'm really excited. This guest, wait, are you 6'3"? How tall are you?
I am. Yes, sir.
6'3",
6'3".
QB, basketball. He's already had 2 NIL deals. He is out of Norman, Oklahoma, just around the way from the University of Oklahoma. You guys show some love. Nash Henry, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
That's what's up, man. I'm excited to have you on, man. I was looking over your socials before we got on, and I'm really excited because obviously, as a lot of people know, we have a live coaching session coming up on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Make sure y'all pull up. So, man, you like have been totally active and going this summer. What has been your
Yes,
favorite
sir.
thing this summer so far?
Probably going to all the football camps I get to go to, football trainings. Just had a lot of fun doing that. Just meeting like new, if it's college quarterbacks, college coaches, meeting new like just players, like other QBs around the country, and just connecting with them. And then like usually the same guys, I'll see them later at different camps. So it's cool to see the same people and get to meet back up with them. So that would probably be the most fun thing this summer.
Okay. Okay. Well, man, I first of all, we have to give everybody great introductions. We said this is Welcome to Coffee with Brand&Athlete. I'm Jay Hicks, the host, and I actually have coffee. Now, I will tell you, it is very hot here in Texas where I am today, and so I'm going with iced coffee. So, cheers to
Okay.
everybody at home. Do you drink coffee, by the way?
I don't. No, sir.
Okay, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, here's what we call Coffee with Brandon Athletes, where we sit down with the future faces of the sport and let you tell your own way, right? This show has been brought to you by Hicks Sports and Entertainment, which is where we amplify voices, unlock stories, and help athletes just like you build their platforms one story at a time. So we have you on today. I really want to sit down. We're going to talk about how to build your brand. You're super early in the game. Before we get started, for everybody here, first of all, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Show everybody, we want everybody to show you some love. Like, what platforms are you on? What's your handle right now?
Yes, sir. So I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and all my handles are the exact same. It's just the Nash Henry, TheNashHenry. So those are all my handles. I'm on YouTube as well. So they're all the same. Just the Nash Henry.
Wait, you're on YouTube as well, you said?
I am. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, I love that. We're gonna get into that. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you guys are on here, one of the ways we're gonna talk about today is this is just a get to know show, right? Like meet Nash Henry. So, what would happen before? Maybe 4 or 5 months ago, this would be a production call, right? Like, so before a show, I get on a call and I have this big philosophy that everything is content. So we decided to take our own advice, Nash, and turn the production call into content. And then out of this live stream, you'll have some clips, we'll have some clips. How does that sound to you?
Sounds great.
Okay. So one of the things I want
Yes, sir.
everybody to do, first of all, shout out to the chat again. I love the chat. Drop in the city where you guys are watching from and your number one college. What's your number one college brand? Right? Drop that in the chat. And then the other thing I want you guys to do is the way you can help Nash right now is go on. He's on IG, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And while we're talking, it doesn't matter if this is your first time ever being on a live stream, if you are an expert, go pull up to his accounts. It doesn't cost anything, right? And it helps so that as we talk about how you create your brand, then those people will see you in their feeds all the time. So, are you guys go pull up? He's on. Plug it again. Give the handle.
Uh, the Nash Henry. Yes, sir. The Nash Henry.
Okay, the Nash Henry. Love it. All right. So while we're going, we're gonna talk about your origin story, right? And this is one of the things as we sit down and we coach you up for Wednesday. Well, a lot of people kind of underestimate that people know their story. A lot of people assume that everybody in their sphere, meaning their friends, their family, their teammates, their teachers, the people they go to church with, know their story. Let me ask you this. What is your favorite movie or character that you enjoy?
My favorite movie would probably be I like Space Jam 1, and 2 was pretty good too. So I like both of those. And then I also like the Cars movie, like some cartoon like Pixar movies. I like those a lot. So yeah. And then Bad Boys was good too. The new one that came out
Okay.
like a year ago. It was pretty good.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
I would go with the easy one here. Michael Jordan, right? Space Jam 1, 2, right? So
Yeah.
Rich Old 1, right? The great reason to tell your stories. If you talk about like Michael Jordan, his origin story is incredible because behind every great brand is a great story. Michael Jordan's right. He was cut from his high school team. Everybody knows this story, right? And then what happened after that? He went into beast mode, and that's his origin story. So one of the things that we need to talk about for you is like what I call a starter pack. Where are you from? What are you about? And what got you into the game? So we're going to start off there. So tell me that, like, your quarterback, you played basketball as well. Who or what inspired you to get out there, give up all your nights and weekends to be an athlete?
Well, I'll say my parents, they help me a lot with anything I do. So they have a big part. My sister too, seen her, she played sports before I did, and then I started playing sports. So it was real good. And then I just got really good friends that are around me, a good support system. So just being with them, they really helped me get started into sports, and then just been continuing ever since.
Okay. So first of all, shout out to Emma Henry, your sister, who's actually been on this same show. So shout out to Emma. But talk to me, like, who specifically, like, what is it? Was it that you were like young and you were looking? Because like, what is that behind you? Whose jerseys are those over your
Yeah.
shoulder?
So the Henry 11, those are my dad's. I got 3 from Baylor over here, and then 3 from New Mexico. And then my mom's jersey is the one hanging up next to the TV, and that says
Okay.
Nash 32. So that was her maiden name. So that's where I got my name from, Nash. So both my parents played basketball in New Mexico, and then my dad ended up transferring to Baylor to finish his basketball career there.
Wow. So you're like, you're a blue blood. You're legit.
Yes, yes, sir.
It's in your DNA.
Yes, sir.
All right, so talk about it, right? Because sometimes we know, having parents who are successful or successful in a particular area that can be inspiring. It can also come with its own set of like pressure. What made you lean in? Because some people are like, my dad's good at something, I'm dipping out, but you're leaning in.
Yeah, I love the sport. I love the game, football and basketball. So I felt like just no pressure. Pressure is a privilege. So I feel like just continue to playing the game, just playing the game I love, just love doing it.
Okay, okay. We're gonna talk as we go along. First of all, you guys know I love the chat. We got. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but pull it up from Long Beach, California. From the chat says UCLA, no doubt.
Oh,
Already following this
that's
stellar
that's
young
Cheryl.
athlete.
That's Cheryl. It's my godmother.
Okay.
Yes, thanks Cheryl for watching. Is there a way I can look at the chat from here? Oh, never
Um.
mind. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. Sorry, should be on your right hand side. Love that. And then do you want to talk? Do you want to give a shout out to the next one? I'm gonna let you pull up on them.
Yes, my thank you for coming on. They're out in San Diego, so San Diego State fans, and then Heba. So these are all my mom's friends from high school and growing up. So I saw them at the when I was in California for 4th of July. Everyone came over to my grandparents' house, and it was fun. So
That's
yes,
awesome.
thank
Where do
y'all
your
for.
grandparents live?
They live in Orange County. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. We got a question, sure. We're gonna come back to you in a second. I love it. Shout out to everybody. If you guys are just joining us, this is Coffee with Brand&Athlete. I'm your host, Jay Hicks, former D1 athlete, brand coach, NIL coach, ran track at Baylor, worked and led brands such as Baylor Athletics, the New York Rangers, and worked with professional and college athletes. And of course, now high school athletes. So today we're sitting down, we're going to chop it up, and we're going to talk about you, your story, where you want to go. So you talked about your dad and your mom, and of course your sister as well, Emma. Is there anyone in particular that stood out to you? Is there someone that really you kind of individually, or do you have a group of people that you really enjoy as an athlete who inspire you?
I'd say just watching like college guys and NFL guys before me, and just watching them. So I like to model my game after Caleb Williams and C.J. Stroud, just guys I see leaders. They can make plays in the backfield and make their guys better overall. So I feel like they inspired me on just being a quarterback, just being a leader, just continue to inspire.
Okay, I love that. And we got to talk about the rest of your origin story. When did you get started? What was your first sport? And do you remember anything about that?
Yeah, so I played football, basketball, and baseball and soccer all at the same time growing up in Waco, Texas.
Shout
So
out to
and then
Waco.
when I got to Norman, yes sir, shout out Waco. So when I went to Norman, I played baseball and soccer for a little bit, but then I put it down. So just sticking with basketball and football. We got a good group. We played football and basketball together, and I started flag football in kindergarten, and then I started tackle football in second grade, and then I was a running back actually. So I was a running back, and then my coach right before the fourth grade season, he said I should move to quarterback. So I trusted him, and here I am today. And then in basketball, my dad's been my coach, and I'm playing on AU teams,
Okay.
Texas, obviously in Oklahoma and California. So just continue playing with them, meet a lot of people, meet a lot of coaches, and then being around OU too.
Yeah, you're just right down the street.
Mm-hmm.
What's that been like growing up? I mean, how has that shaped you as an athlete and just you personally?
Yeah, both my parents work at OU. Um, so just being around like the basketball team, being around the football team, is just good to meet the guys, meet the coaches, and then every year there's new players how to meet. So it's been fun to have relationships with those guys, and they go off other places, and I still can text them to this day. So it's just fun to be able to see them go on into their future.
And how much did that inspire you? Obviously, I mean, anybody who's been to Norman knows that there's Heisman Trophy winners or statues outside the stadium. It's an amazing experience. When I worked at Baylor, we would ride in the buses and arrive to the stadium, and you get out and there's like the Sooner Vision on the left, and then you go into the tunnel. The team does, and it's just an incredible game day experience. It's definitely one of the top. Are there any games out there or moments that you remember that shaped you as a kid?
I'll say just going around OU football games, just seeing where those guys are where I'm going to be working to get. So just being around that, and also just going to other colleges around the United States, and going on like game day visits and just around the football facilities and stuff like that. Just seeing just where I'm trying to reach and where I can get to.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm a lot of people may or may not know I'm a coach's kid, and I remember when I was a kid, growing up, I was in the long jump pit during the track meets and basketball games. I was underneath the stands playing around, and like I looked up to some of the all time greats at that time, and I was like, they inspired me, and then I kind of wanted to put my stamp on it, and then like do my thing, and so I have my story. Was there any moment that you looked up at any of these games, right? I mean, because you're talking about Oklahoma, right? You're talking about Baker Mayfield. You're talking about just like the list goes on and on of people.
Yeah, I was able to just watch great quarterbacks go through and through every year, and just seeing them do the seasons they had, just the Heisman Trophy winners, the number one draft picks, just college football playoff appearances. We were able to go to a couple of those games, so it's just been awesome to just be around that and see what's going on.
Okay. All right. First of all, gotta give a shout out to Rhonda watching
Yes,
from where's that?
Pleasureville. That's my aunt Rhonda. Yes, thank y'all for watching.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you just pull it up now, we're gonna ask Nash, can you give again your handle and all the platforms you're on, and hopefully people come and pull up right now and hit follow.
I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube, and all the handles are the Nash Henry. They're all the same. just the Nash Henry. So I'm on all those.
Okay, love that. And if you're watching, no matter where you're watching from on YouTube, we ask that you guys smash that like button and the follow. That tells the algorithm. Remember, this whole thing, and we're going to talk about this on Wednesday, is run by AI. The world of followers, that's dead. It's all about the algorithm. So that tells the algorithm, if you're on this, that you like what Nash is doing and he shows it to more people. So that's kind of how it works. So we're going to talk about this. Every athlete has a story arc, right? If people don't know where you're coming from, they can't follow where you're going. And that's why we're starting here, right? Because if you think about every great superhero, right? They had this super talent and then they ran into a challenge, and that challenge they got through it, and then it was the arc of the rise. So I think what we could talk about is what are also some of the challenges you had coming up, because what happens is, right, if you think about all the great stories and you think about Apple, and you think about some of the, the shots of them starting in a garage in California, we know what Apple is today. That's the part of the transparency that we want to talk about. So let's get started with you. Um, what are some of the challenges? We have to talk about this, right? You have some all-time great parents, and then not only that, your sister, right? Shout out to your sister again, Loyola Chicago. She's successful in her own right. What if anything have there been maybe the things that happened, some challenges or opportunities for you?
Yeah, a couple years ago, I broke my elbow and my throwing arm, so that was a big challenge, but it was a blessing as well. I was able to go to a private school, and it was a great experience. Able to learn a lot, and then I came back, um, came to high school, went to Norman North, just bigger, faster, stronger. So I was able to just help me there and be ready to play when I need to play. So.
Okay. Okay, I love that. So what was the big thing, right? Because like one of the things that I always talk about is like everybody who's achieved anything of substance. I've had this show, I've probably interviewed thousands of people over the years, and anyone who's achieved something has what I call the look up moment. And that look up moment is when you get the knockdown and then you're looking up, right? And you're looking up. And I always say if you can look up, you can get up. And if you can get up, then you can keep moving forward. But generally what happens when you have that really hard moment, there's something that pulls you out. For me, it was, I ended up getting kicked off the team my freshman year. We had a miscommunication with my high school coach. He kicked about 10 of us off. You'll appreciate this. We thought we were going to state that year. We had our eyes were big. And so for me, it ended up really making me love the sport more, dig in and commit to really being on top of like the side of communication with coaches and making sure we know where we're supposed to be and responsibility. And of course, I ended up, winning state and becoming a D1 athlete. For you, I asked, what did you look to, or what drew you to get past the moment? Because we all know how hard it is being injured as an athlete.
Just my family and faith. I'm a big believer, and everything happens for a reason too. So just can continue to work every day, just get better, get 1% better every day. So, but family and faith is big for me. So there's definitely that.
Okay, I love that. I love that for you. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about the summer, the grind, the real life. For those of you guys joining right now, this is what used to be a production call for Brand&Athlete, Coffee with Brand&Athlete. So I decided let's just get on a call, record it, walk you through it. Before we get into it, I want to give you one great tip. First of all, I think you're really good already. The camera really likes you, and I think you're going to do really well moving forward. One of the things that we want to do, and this is for everybody on here as well, is this production calls and also an opportunity. We're filming this, and then this will be a live stream on our channel. And then what will also happen is the goal is to have at least 1 to 3 clips, depending on how they turn out afterwards, that you can share to help storytell around you launching your brand, which is why we ask those questions. And then we'll have the same thing on our end to help promote you for Wednesday at 7 p.m. Make sure y'all pull up to that. And one of the big things that I would encourage every athlete to do is when you're on an interview and you're already doing a great job, try to repeat a little bit of the question back, or some rephrase it in a way so that if we just chop up your answer, we could use it separately. If we can't, what we could do is just put something on screen. So don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. Just be you. But how does that sound? And have you seen that in your own feed looking at clips?
Yeah, I have. That sounds good.
Okay. Okay. I like you. Coachable. I like you, Nash.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to talk about this. Went through your Instagram feed, and I look up. There's you. There's like, was it Peyton Manning? There's QB camps. There's 7-on-7. What has been the most fun, and what are some of the highlights? I know you've been to a bunch of camps, but walk me through what are some of the fun moments, and who have you met that you maybe played on Madden, but now you're meeting them in real life?
Yeah, some of the fun moments is definitely going to the Manning camp. I was able to meet a lot of college quarterbacks, and then Peyton, Eli, Cooper Manning, and then I was also able to meet Coach John Gruden. So just watching this.
What did you get to talk to him? That's the question.
I did get to talk to him. Yeah, I did.
Was he like in person, like he is on his show and on
Yeah, he
TV?
is. He's funny. He said I had the best hair at camp. So there's like 1,000 kids. So it was nice of him to say that. But yeah, it was great to see him because I'd be watching his QB class and his QB school videos. So it was great to see that.
Okay. Do you have a Gruden impersonation yet?
No, I don't. But he's real hard on his quarterbacks. I know that.
Right.
Yeah.
This guy loves the calling of a play better than anyone I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then also just at 7-on-7, either it's with my OT7 team or with my high school team. We had a tournament a couple weeks ago up at OSU, and we ended up winning the whole thing. So it was just real fun, and
Congrats.
bus rides are always fun. And thank you. So it's been fun with my team and my guys. So it's fun.
Man, and one thing I will compliment, we'll get into this on Wednesday, but I will compliment you. I did see some really good photos. You've documented a lot of those. We're going to jump in on Wednesday. If you guys are on here, make sure you guys add to your calendar. You guys got to pull up and support the young Nash Henry, right? Our 6'3" quarterback / basketball player out of Norman, Oklahoma. So you guys really, that's really going to be a big moment for you to continue telling your story. So appreciate all you guys. Let me ask you this: what has the summer been like for you? I mean, you kind of jet setting. I mean, you must, what I mean, how's that been?
Yeah, it's been busy, but just it's been fun. Started off with just 7-on-7 with Tucson Turf, and then 7-on-7 with Norman North, my high school team. So
Yeah.
it's been fun with that. And then it's been busy. Just workouts every morning with my high school team, but just make sure I stay up with my recovery and stuff. I'd be using top trainers. That's one of my NIL deals. Actually got the cup right here. So
Okay, read it to me. I can't see it. I'm old.
yeah, so top trainer. Just every time after a workout or before, I got to make sure I put like the right stuff in my body. So they got protein powder, they got pre-workout, mid-workout, after workout. So they got everything on there. So I just love top trainer and what they do for me. Especially being an athlete, I got to make sure I take care of my body and my nutrition. So just putting good stuff in me after that is really important. But yeah, just football camps and then going out to different places like California or Texas to train. And then I got another camp coming up in this weekend in Atlanta. It's Elite
Okay, what
11
camp is that?
Academy. It's Elite 11 Academy. So it's in Gainesville, Georgia. So it's like an hour away from
Atlanta. I'm not familiar with Gainesville.
It's just an hour away from Atlanta. It's not far. It's they got a nice high school. It's a nice town. It's just called Gainesville, Georgia.
Okay, so you're heading there. Is that solo or are you going with your team?
No, it's just me going. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm going with my dad. Yep.
Okay.
But, after that, I'll come back home and then go out to California one more time for like a week just to get a little tune up before the season starts. I go out there and do some lifting workouts with my coach, Coach Mo, and then also throw with Coach Danny out there too. So it's good to go out there and just get right before the season starts.
All right, let's talk. I have to talk to you about this. What is it like balancing training, travel, family, school, and nutrition? Those are all the things you just named off.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It gets a lot, but that's what a student athlete has to do. So it's all year long. It's not just summer. It's not just in the school year, but just to make sure I'm just on top of my game and just continue to get better every day.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about this a little bit. You talked about meeting. You met Peyton, right?
Yes, sir.
Met Coach Gruden. Anyone else that you've met this summer, on this journey? Talk to me about maybe who's some people that you've met, and they don't have to be big names. It can be coaches, it can be other players, maybe even college players, and what those experiences are like.
Yeah. So I met a lot of college quarterbacks at the Manning camp, so I was able to talk to them just about
Like,
their.
who did you meet? Come on now, you got to name names now, Nash.
Yeah, Lenoris Sellers. He's the South Carolina quarterback. Garrett Nussmeyer. I actually saw him the year before that, but I got to talk to him again. He's the LSU quarterback. Marcel
Absolutely.
Reed, Texas A&M quarterback. Sawyer Robertson, the Baylor quarterback. Just a lot of guys I got to see. And then John Mateer, I already know John. He's my guy, but I got to talk to him again at the Manning camp. So it was good to see him. And then Cade Klubnik, Clemson's quarterback, he was there. Got to talk to him a little bit. Taylon Green, Arkansas's quarterback, got to talk to him. So it's been fun.
Man, I love this. You're rubbing shoulders, man. What is it? What confidence and what things have you picked up, right? Because I always say, at least from my experience, of like the difference between like high school, college, and difference between like average and elite is like it's generally the thing between your ears, right? It's your thought process, it's your habits, it's the mindset. Have you picked up anything that you saw while you've met them, or just watched them do what they're doing?
Just continue to stay the course. Just get better every day. Trust the process. No matter if it's going up or down, just continue to go. Keep going every day. So, just seeing what they've done, and then obviously me trusting it, trying to get to where they're at. So,
Yeah. So when I just share a little story about talking about picking up things, like it sticks with me to this day. I ended up, coming to Baylor, running track at the time. It was like the fastest training camp literally in the world. Ended up having Michael Johnson, obviously 200 and 400-meter world record holder until Usain Bolt came along. And one of the things I learned from him is just his attention to detail, which I thought I had at a high level. If I was here, he was like here. So he got to practice a lot earlier to go through like any nicks, any bruises, just taking care of his body and body maintenance. And just as he knew exactly where he's supposed to be, when he was supposed to be, and paid so much of detail. And that's something I still carry with me to this day. And so I asked that for you. Did you see any of those things, or did you notice any of that? Because obviously I would imagine that the Manning camp, if it's up to his name and what I've heard, it runs like clockwork.
it does. Yeah, it's a lot going on, but it's a lot of kids. But just paying attention to detail, like you said, is one of the most important deals. So, got to wake up early, go get a good breakfast in, then go work out. And they had some ice baths there, so I made sure I had to stop in there and just for some recovery stuff. So, just it's been good.
All right, so let's have a little fun. Let's talk about you. And one of the things and we'll get into this Wednesday is just telling you to be who you are, like only be who you are, because what happens is there's only one of you. And I think one of the things a lot of people growing up with social media, they see the Drewskis of the world, they see Kai Cenats, and then people are sometimes trying to like take bits and pieces. One thing I already can tell is that you're authentically yourself. And so one of the things I would say to you is just be the person that your family knows, your teammates know, your friends, and your group chat, as long as it's appropriate, of course. So let's have a look. How does that sound in terms of your
Yep.
brand persona?
Sounds good. Yeah. Yes,
All
sir.
right. So what's on your playlist before a game, Nash?
Um, just nothing like too crazy, but I listen to some rap music by like Lil Baby, Ken Carson, NBA YoungBoy. Just to get my mind right, but then also not to get like too amped up and not be ready to play. So
Okay. Okay. Gotta ask you this. Totally off it, but Drake dropped a new song, new joint last week. One, did you listen to it? Two, what is your feedback? Gotta get it. Hot
I
take.
actually didn't listen to it. I saw he dropped it, but I didn't listen to it.
Nash,
I don't
I'm
listen to
struggling,
music.
brother. I'm
I know,
struggling over here.
I know. I'm not listening to music that much, but I didn't. I need to listen to it. I'll listen to it after this.
So Drake or Kendrick?
I like them both. I really didn't pay attention to all like the beef they had and stuff, but I listen to both of their music, so I can't really choose. Not gonna lie.
I got you. I love it. I love it. Got to talk to Rhonda. Rhonda said, such a hustler. Like your parents, love to see it. Hey, got another one pulled up. Do you want to give him some love?
Yes, sir. That's my high school coach. That's my head coach, Coach Jones. I appreciate you coming on here.
So Justin Jones said, stud.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to you, coach. Appreciate all that you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, all right. So, you said you're not a Drake, you're not a Kendrick. You like both of them. Um, Got to ask you this: if either one of them were coming to your town, would you go see them? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. I would. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this: we talked a little bit earlier about people who've inspired you. Are there any? Because obviously you play the quarterback, the most high-profile position, arguably in all of sports. Is there anyone that really stands out to you that you like and you really admire?
Just like NFL quarterbacks, Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, Jordan Love, Justin Fields. Those are probably my favorite guys to watch. They're really good leaders. They get their teammates better. They create plays. So I just try to model my game after them. Just not just be exactly them because I'm gonna be my own person, but just take bits and pieces from each of their games and be able to create my game.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Anything that stands out to you? Are you like a detailed guy about your process?
Yes, sir. I am. I make my bed every morning. Try to clean my room, keep it clean all the time. So I'm real take care of business. Just make sure I keep taking care of business every day.
Okay. No pressure. Who do you play with on Madden?
Like an NFL team.
Yeah.
Let's see. I like to play with the Bears just because Caleb Williams is probably my favorite quarterback. So I like to play with him a lot. But the Chiefs, they're really good. So I play with them a little bit. The Lions, they're fun to play with too.
All right. Anybody who's on your crew then?
What do you mean crew?
Like, do you have anybody that you play with that you meet online?
Oh yeah, I play with my high school teammates, my football teammates. Yeah, I play with them a lot. Yes, sir. I think you got muted. I can't hear you real quick.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, hit the mute button, y'all. So obviously football and basketball don't have like walk-up songs for each individual like baseball, but if you had one, what song would that be?
um, I like the new song called "Went West."
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure it's by, but I like it a lot. I like that song.
Where did you find
Also,
out like TikTok?
yeah, I've heard it on TikTok a lot. It's catchy. It's good. And then also like Lil Wayne's music. So I like
Okay.
any of his songs. Yeah.
All right. So for everybody joining, shout out to the chat. Want to thank everybody. Make sure you guys, as we go through this, make sure you guys are following Nash. Can you plug your channels again? And then what can people see so far? If they follow you, what do they get?
Yeah. So my channels are Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and my handles is the Nash Henry on all of those. And then you can just see a lot of like football and basketball content, and just like what I do. I don't post a lot, but I try to be better on my content. So I also cook. So I have a couple cooking videos. I love to cook. Yeah, I cook almost every day. So
Okay, hold on. We got to stop. So you cook.
I
Like,
do.
how long you been cooking? What are some of your favorite meals?
I've been cooking probably for like 3 or 4 years now. I've just been learning from my grandpas, and then just TikTok, you find a meal and make it. But I really like just making like chicken and rice bowls with like beans, corn, like a bunch of toppings on it, like a Chipotle bowl or something like that. So I really like making that, and then like grilled chicken and stuff like that. I like making that with like a teriyaki sauce. And then breakfast. I love to make just any type of breakfast.
What's your favorite?
Probably French toast. I like making that a lot. But yeah, I also cook with Cheryl, my godmother.
What? Do you guys do it online or?
No, we didn't make any videos yet, but she can cook. She's better than me, so I'd be learning from her as well.
What have you learned?
Just everything about just like tips and tricks in the kitchen and stuff like that. And she'd be sending me seasonings to use. They'd be great. So I'd be learning like different things to use and put on
Okay,
it.
so you got seasonings.
Yeah, I do. Yes, sir.
Cheryl said he surely does. Oh
Yes.
gosh. She said, let's make
Well,
a video when you come out.
for sure, we will.
Yeah, I love that. So I need my allergy brand deal. So, because I'm telling you guys, it's been a crazy year. So too many people are really trying to be somebody else online. We talked about that. And I think the best strategy is to be 100% Nash, the guy your teammates know, your family already loves. I heard that you have another hobby and it could be involving a cricket machine. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so I got a cricket machine for Christmas probably a couple years ago, and it's right in front of the camera, so I'd be using that a lot. Just making
Explain what a cricket is, because some
okay,
people may
so
not know what it is.
yeah, so you connect the computer to it, and then you can make like any design. So I'd be making stuff with my logo and stuff like that. It's like when I used to make my T-shirts, I used to make them off that, and you can make literally anything. You can put up pins into it and color on it. So it's unique. It's a lot. It's a lot. Um,
And
I
what are you
probably,
using it to make right now these
what'd
days?
you say?
What have you been using it to make?
Oh, I actually haven't used it in a while, but just templates. Like if I customize like a pair of cleats or something, just I can go on Safari, search up like.
Wait. So we sat here talking about your hobbies, and you also customize cleats.
Yeah, I try to do a little bit. I'm about to make some more cleats. Actually, like probably tomorrow, I'm gonna start a
Wait,
pair.
have you posted any of this to your channel?
No, I haven't. I try to keep them like on the low, and then just pull them out for like games and stuff. So
Okay, we'll talk Wednesday about
you'll
that.
see it. You'll see it eventually. You'll see them.
Okay, we'll talk Wednesday, because that's just, we're gonna talk about building your brand, and brand is just who you are, right? Like yesterday I went boating, which is why I'm having such a hard time breathing today. And so, like I posted about it, like it's not. I think what happens is a lot of people, they think, hey, I'm a realtor, I'm a quarterback, or I am a teacher, and so they only post about those items. But think about how many, that's not the full breadth of the individual. And so one of the things we're going to talk about, Nash, is making sure that your brand, like, is like all the things you actually do, and just do that, right? So you do t-shirts, you do customized cleats.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, anything else that you've tried, or
Um,
anything you would like to try?
no, I just try to watch videos and how to make different things and just try them out. Half time they work, half time they don't. But it's just cool to see new things and try new things.
Okay. Let's talk some business, right? Because a lot of people, they think about NIL deals. You've had two, so shout out to you for that. But it's really business, right? Because I've talked to a lot of student athletes, and one of the things I've learned is that a lot of people think it's like, how do I get a brand deal? But really, it comes down to being a business, right? Like you're a brand, and then you build an audience and a community, which we'll talk about on Wednesday. And then a company approaches you and they need something done. And we're going to talk about on the rest of this one, we're going to talk about NIL and branding. And we're also going to talk about being a great guest and prepping for a show. And the reason why those things are so important is, if I want to hire, which I've done a lot of times, I've hired thousands of influencers. And so what a brand wants is, if I connect with you, if I hire you, something happens, right? I get more likes, I get more views, I get more brand awareness, I get more audience growth, or sales, or website traffic. It could be any of those things. And so I think the reason why it's so big to build a great brand is, now what's happening, Nash, is that companies are using AI. I had Jack Adler on, CEO of Out to Win. Shout out to Jack. He's a young guy. He's just not that much older than you, in his mid-20s. He does a startup that uses AI-based services to help brands identify who actually has engaged audiences. Meaning, so if I post, who actually pays attention. So that's one of the reasons why it's so big. Let's talk about your first deal really quickly. We don't have to go too deep into it. And how did that come about?
Yeah, so my first NIL deal was with Top Trainer. Um, it's like a performance company, and my dad helped me out with that one, and he helps me out a lot. So
Okay.
just talk to the guys over at Top Trainer, and just to make sure after like a workout or something, make sure I put the best things back in my body. Just try to get bigger, faster, stronger, and just take care of my body every day.
Okay. So that's how those came about. And what was that experience been like for you? Like, talk to me through what is it been like. You obviously, you have your dad helping you, which is awesome. Shout out to his dad, Kevin Henry. Um, What has that been like for you? Because, right, like you got something, they needed a deliverable or something, an outcome. How was that like for you being in high school?
Yeah, it's good. It's really fun. I'm blessed to be able to do it. So it was my first NIL deal, so it was uh it was a cool experience, cool thing to learn and get more into and stuff like that, and also just all the facts behind it. Make sure I'm just all the nutrients in my body. I really didn't think about like after a workout what I really put in my body, and if it can affect how I gain muscle or gain just things I need to do, just being an athlete myself. So it's really cool to and fascinating to look at.
Okay, so you felt like it went well because you had a
Yeah,
deadline. And then did they tell you what they wanted you to do or how they wanted you delivered, or did they leave that up to you to figure out the
they
execution?
Yeah, they just left it up to me and my dad. We talked about it, and I just be posting about them, and really thankful for the opportunity top trainer has gave me to be able to do this.
Man, that's awesome. And we'll dig more into that on Wednesday. If you guys are watching this, no matter where you are, hit the like on this actual stream so more people see it, that YouTube knows that you guys really enjoying this conversation, and hit the subscribe button so that you guys can get more content like this. All right. So for the chat, who is your favorite quarterback of all time? Nash, give me yours. I want the chat to tell me who is your favorite of all time, and we'll rank them on the other side of this. All right. So
Yeah,
Nash, who's yours?
my favorite quarterback of all time is Cam Newton. Just growing up watching him, so
Okay.
he's my favorite quarterback of all time.
Okay. It's a favorite. All right, chat. You guys tell us who that is for you. So, what is something you learned from your first two deals?
Just make sure I stay up with content and just continue to post about them, and then also just be thankful that they're doing it with me because they don't have to be doing this, but they chose me to be able to rep their brands and endorsements and stuff like that. So it's just been
Sure.
really good just to and real thankful to be able to do this.
Okay, so you liked it. You've had to, and one of the things I like about what you're doing is you're getting started. You're 16, right?
Yes, sir.
And what grade will you be in the fall?
I'm gonna be a sophomore.
Will be a sophomore, right? And so you're already getting started because there's college students who haven't had one deal, and they're what I call they're invisible to brands. Brands don't know who they are. So for you, as you move forward, do you have any ideas or questions from those first two deals, or how did they go for you?
Yeah, they went really good. I was just thankful to get the opportunity to be able to do this. So I'm just real happy to be able to rep their products and stuff.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's talk about this. We're gonna, guys. If you guys want to, today was just really our production call. If you're just joining us, shout out to everybody who's pulled up. Got Cheryl said, I think it's Cheryl, right? She said, if not Nash, then Colin Kaepernick. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, real quick, let's talk about becoming a great show guest, right? One of the things, let's get like meta for a second, right? If you're live streaming now, this is content. You're like officially now, do you know you're a streamer? Is this your first stream?
Yes, sir. I think it is. Yeah, it is.
All right, so he can already put he's an NIL, he's student athlete, basketball player, quarterback, and now streamer. I love that for you.
Yes,
And
sir.
this is content. How does that feel?
It's good. It's good.
So what's been the biggest difference? Because I know you've done interviews. This is a live stream, more back and forth. What's been the difference?
I feel like this much longer, like a live stream, you get more you can get deeper in the conversations instead
Yeah.
of just an interview. Someone asks me a question, I'll just answer it, and then we move on to the next. But I feel like on this one, we can just continue to get deeper into like our conversations.
Yeah, I love that. Because like you said, I think of as you move forward, a couple things that I would have. And for Wednesday is thinking about coming on the live stream, like coming on Jimmy Kimmel, right? The show. So come on with some stories, two or three from the summer, something funny. Did you have something about that John Gruden that you didn't share, or something that would be funny, or an idea you had in your head, maybe and think about, like, as you go on shows, live streams, and interviews, I always think about making sure that you have impact, because if you look at it now, I was talking to an athlete, their parent called me, and they're at a certain level, And what happens is they feel like they're not getting a treatment in the sport as the same as other people. But the reality of it is that athlete whose parents was calling me, they haven't really spent the time building their brand. And there's other athletes who aren't as good, but have 50,000 followers. And so all of a sudden, they're getting different treatment, different allotments. The travel arrangements are different. And so I think that's one of the things that's so important is coming on with like concise stories with a hook to them. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yep,
So have you noticed that guests do that on shows or live streams?
I do. Yes, sir.
And talk to me about that. Like, what's your thought process? Because I know you have a lot of experience doing interviews, and you seem pretty media savvy already.
Yeah, I feel like just the most important thing for me is just to continue to be myself and just get better. That's like the biggest thing for me, and just take care of business on and
Yeah,
off the field. It's not just about football or basketball, but just to continue to be myself.
I love that. So I'm gonna give you some examples of things that you could be thinking about coming into Wednesday in any show. Right, favorite moments, recruiting stories. Right, some of the visits you've already been on. Um, of like maybe one or two things from the in ideas you've already had, some other ideas that when you come onto a show that you talk about, like what are some NIL dreams, like something fun, something that's like related to your personality. Would you like a Delta sponsorship so you could travel on OVO like Drake has his plane wrapped, just like what are some big goals, like brand collabs, stuff that you would love? How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and just make sure those things are what you really would want to do.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So, like for you, real quick, what would be a good one? Because, like for example, I think doesn't the baby do cooking? I literally while I have a TV right here for y'all can't see. I was actually watching a live stream and he was literally cooking and he was like chefing it up for 30 people. Have you seen this?
I haven't. I need to look it up.
So he's chefing it up. He's in like a tent, literally he's going live outside the arena. And he's like, y'all, I have 2 hours. He shows the timer and I have to be on stage. And he goes through and he cooks. So remember, we are talking about doing the things that you already love to do. And so I think as you go on shows, like thinking about like, man, I'm going to come on, I'm going to have an impact, and I'm going to have some great content that comes out of it. Um, One other thing that I would give you as a tip is that this is always figure out how you can give. Because what you'll find in this business is that a lot of people are looking at what they can receive. So think about this. If you go on other people's podcasts, like you've done this one, that's two things that happen, or three. Number one, you get reps, right? Like quarterback reps or everything.
Yes, sir.
Two, you're helping them with content. And then three, have a plan of what are two or three content captures I could get out of it. Like ask the person, like, we're going to give you some clips out of this. If you go on someone else's show, even if it's just local, that could be clips for your channel to take the heavy burden of creating content all the time off of your shoulders.
Yes, sir.
What do you
Yeah.
think about that? Have you thought about those kind of things?
I have. I thought about it a little bit.
And how do you feel like just because I know a lot of people they think of content going on people's shows as like I'm being honored, and you are. I also think it's an opportunity to like deliver value.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap this up. Let's talk about Wednesday. Here's one of the things I always want you to do too when you come in Wednesday is like come in with some questions. Like, what are the things that you really, really need to know to get to the next level? It sounds like your first two deals went better, but like then what is the next? Like, how do you get to five? How do you get to 10? Or how do you get bigger ones? Like, what questions? So that again, understanding that the value is if someone's watching Nash, here's how we build community. Ask the questions that you authentically have, because here's the thing, we know there's someone who looks like you or identifies with you all around this country or even around the world, right? Because YouTube is all over the globe, and the questions you ask may help solve somebody else's problem, and then they relate to you.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Because a lot of people are scared to throw up their hand and say I
Yeah.
really don't know.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And like I always ask questions, like, even the show, we've been at it for under a year, everything from building the studio to creating the platform that we have, we figured it out from scratch. And so, one of the things I've learned, if I had to do, is to learn, like, do things as quickly as you can. And secondarily, never be afraid to ask questions. Just throw your hands up.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So, all right, before we get out of here, give us a plug, like give us a good one. Cause so here's what's gonna happen. Two quick things. Give us a plug for your channels, why people would watch, and how excited are you for Wednesday? And then maybe if that goes well, we could clip that and use that as content.
Oh,
So go ahead. So how are you feeling about coming into Wednesday?
I feel great about coming to Wednesday, just ready to learn and just to be able to help other kids out.
Okay. Okay. Well, that is good. One of the things, and again, this is a production call for everybody. Shout out to the chat. We love everybody that pulled up. Hopefully, guys, set it on your timer. The actual thumbnail is already on YouTube. If you hit the follow button, it'll give you guys an alert before we go live on Wednesday, right? So one of the things, Nash, is you become a great content creator yourself, is that like getting comfortable, what I call prompting people, which is asking for what you need. So like follows, subscribes, why they matter. That's what we're doing right now. And you're doing a great job already.
Yes, sir.
So because that's what makes a great influencer. That's what makes someone who brands really want to work with. So one of the things that we've done in the past, I just want to talk to you about what's comfortable for you. Shout out to Cliff Mason for subscribing, by the way, while we're talking to the channel. If you haven't hit that like button on the stream on the channel. One of the things that we've done, we've had videos where remember we talked earlier about the arc of your story. So some people do a video with us where they announce that they're coming on the show, but the video's really not about coming on Brand Athlete. It's centering you and the journey that you're on to get to the next level. And that's what a lot of people don't miss, because again, that video is really about you signaling to that audience, to your community, like, this is what I want to do. Because if you don't signal, how do people know how to come help?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I feel like just learning from other people is a good way to get help as well.
Okay, I love that. So, how about this? Offline, we'll work on a video for you if you're comfortable. We can
Okay.
chop up the details. We will do it here in front of everyone, but we'll do that. So before we get out of here, I want you to give. Remember, we talked about always giving value to other people.
Hmm.
For someone, you are someone who's gone to a lot of camps this summer. You've met a lot of people that folks dream of meeting, right? You talk about Coach Gruden and his calls, and Peyton Manning, and Omaha. You've met these people, and you're in this great, unique opportunity. And maybe there's someone who's younger than you, or maybe they're in high school, and they need motivation. What is your thing to help people do it today, to get out of bed, to work out when you don't want to work out, to get where you are in this moment?
Yeah, I feel like just the biggest motivation I got to give is just keep going. Trust in yourself, bet on yourself. So just continue working, and all the work's gonna pay off eventually. So that's my biggest advice.
I love it. And mine is quick also. Mine is today is about action. Just get started. Whatever you're working on, start, figure out what's working, do more of that, less of what's not, and just don't care what people are thinking about you, and just keep going.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, Nash, hit us with your socials again. Let's make sure, I'm gonna let you, because I think you're going to be doing a lot of these streams in the future. Do you want to thank the chat and all the people
Yes.
who pulled up for you?
Yeah, so all my socials, it's all the same tag. It's just the Nash Henry, and I appreciate everyone for watching and commenting, and giving us likes and subscribes. So I appreciate that.
All right, before we do that, do you have your phone around you, man?
I do.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell you, here's what I'm gonna do it with you. So right now, take a big smile. 3, 2, 1. So here's what we're gonna do. So we just took a picture of the screen. Take one as well, and then you count me down. And then later, after this, after you do your announcement video, this is like a teaser, right? Like, man, can't believe I did my first live stream. And you're documenting your own journey.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Got one.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna do a quick promo. It's not even a promo. We're just gonna do like a thing. I'm just gonna ask you a random question. This is off the top of the dome, and then we'll probably, depending on how it works, we'll use it for promo. Um, all right. First live stream in the bag. How did it feel?
I felt great. Excited to be on this.
All right. I love that. I love that. All right. You did great. Anything else before we get out here? Any questions before we wrap?
Nope. Just I appreciate you for having me on here. Thank you.
Nah, thank you, man. It's really an honor, like you said earlier, it's to work with young up and coming talent, man. I think the world is your oyster. I think you're so far ahead. I don't even know if you know how far ahead you are. I have people who are seniors coming up in the fall, and they can't even see you. They're so far behind where you are right now. So I just want to give you a big round of applause,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
Encouragement, and
Yes,
say
sir.
keep going.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Nash and I, we're going to go through an actual NIL coaching. Nash, you're going to come in with what?
Some questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rhonda.
Some
First of
advice.
all, Rhonda, shout out to you. Rhonda said bet on yourself. With
Yep.
So shout out to you. Shout out to the chat. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure even after this, if you're watching later, hit like, hit subscribe, and pull up Wednesday, 7 p.m. for the young Nash Henry.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for the time. And I'll see you on Wednesday.
All right. Thank you.